Hello. Hello, hello. Pam 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 pam. Pa pam pam pam. Very nice song. I'm just starting few things. We'll be with you in a second. I'm nearly there. Hello. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another stream of Plane Shift, where we build our game and we make it better and better. Picture of the day, huh? So I don't know if you know, but we have a new release out already since 2 weeks, roughly. Yeah, about 2 weeks. And yeah, it's mostly an upgrade release because we moved to Unreal Engine 5.4.3, and which was a good move, I would say. So we keep ourselves, up to date and not too far from the latest release. I know that in the Unreal Fest Seattle that happened last week, I think they announced Unreal Engine 5.5. So yep, they did. And yep, it is now available. So also the documentation has been updated for 5.5 and everything. We don't need to move to 5.5. I mean, we hello Hula. We are now up to date, at least for another year, right? I think the next move probably will be in a year from now or so. So I think we are good for now. We will wait all the additional releases, but there is something that is interesting in 5.5, which is the support for static light maps on word partition, and it's probably something that we are gonna do, right? And also the updated documentation. So in theory I should read this, right? I didn't really read much of this, but it's explaining basically what you need to build large words, right? And there are guides explaining, for example, the hierarchical level of detail, which is something that actually we don't use. The landscape, which we use, the lighting, how to do proper lighting, and this one file per actor, which I think I will never use. At least I don't like it at the moment. And then to see, so I think the water system, right? So I think we can significantly improve our water, yeah, and make it nicer, right, than what it is now. So there are a few things that definitely we can use already in 5.4, but also maybe we can read and learn a bit more. As you may imagine, that's not very simple, right? Every one of these topics has a lot of content, right? And it's not really easy to jump in, and say, oh, now I'm an expert of it, right? So, but yeah, So if any of you knows some of the tools, you know, that I mentioned, and maybe wants to test them in a test project, like for example water would be a good one. So then maybe we can substitute all the water that we have in the game, right? Our water is still done in a bit of an old way, and will be nice to have it done in a newer, better way. So what is that, Ula? What is it?
Wow, thanks guys. That was truth.
Yeah, this is the that is part of the Unreal Seattle Fest. Yes, this one is actually this one that you are pointing, Hula, is a very interesting new stuff that they added that is already part of the 5.4, has been released already some time ago, and I have it in the list of the things that I would like to look at. And it's been built mostly for Fortnite, so you see all the animations are looking like, you know, very sport guy, you know, running around. And but I don't know if it fits our style, but still we can probably change the animations anyway in case. Yeah, so this one is definitely an interesting one, and he has to be studied, understood, and deep dive a bit. But for sure, there is more and more that you can do directly in a real engine, also in terms of animations and rigging, and is something that we should probably investigate. Yeah, in particular the first one, the this one, right? This piece is interesting to us. So what I wanted to do today, I wanted to do some reasoning on the monster layers, right? Because our monsters are, I mean, I don't like how our monsters actually are spawned into the world, right? I don't think it's nice. I don't think it's the way it should be. Now, pretty much every game does it the way we do it, so it's basically spawning random monsters on the landscape, right? So I was playing a bit of Throne and Liberty just to see how it is, and what I see is that they basically spawn stuff, right? Pretty much like we do. So let's see if I find any. Probably will bring me to the sewers, this one, but let's see. Yeah, or here, right? So yeah, so you have monsters, right, that are on the map. At the moment they don't move. I mean, they move very little, but if you attack them, obviously they start to chase you and they fight, which is nice. But the problem is that the monster doesn't really have a home, right? I mean, the monster doesn't. This monster, if I kill him or if I attack him, it will just respawn randomly in this area after some time, right? And I feel that is not what I want, right? It's not good enough. I just don't want monsters to actually have no home and just you know, randomly spawn, right? So even if pretty much every game does it this way, at least to my knowledge, right? So what I would like to have, a more complex system. The problem I have is that I didn't fully think about it, right? But what I know is that I would like the system to be like in layers, right? So what I mean by that is, let me change the music maybe meanwhile. What I mean by that is, So let's imagine that our so I want to have like a core that is actually the inner layer, let's call it, right? The inner layer may be undestroyable, right? It could be destroyable, but could also be undestroyable, right? So we could, I think I want to flag it as destroyable or not. Right? So this will be the inner layer. And I don't know if the inner layer needs to have a 3D model if it's non-destroyable, right? But in theory, it would be nice to have, right? Would be nice if we had something like that. Then I would like to have, you know, a kind of an outside layer, right? And I would say that maybe I want to have multiple outside layers, right? That are built based on this inner layer, right? So we may have, you know, multiple locations where our monsters are actually building like an advanced outpost, right? Like an outpost that they use to attack other stuff. Now this one I think should be destroyable 100%, right? Now the way it is destroyable, I don't know yet, right? So I need to think about it. But I would like to have the outer layer destroyable, right? And now I don't know if I want to have another one, right? Or not. I don't know if I want to have another layer which is made of like the resource, you know, the kind of the resource spots. And we may say that there are you know, resource spots for this outer layer, and maybe this tree needs to be destroyed, right, before the outer layer can be attacked, or something like that, right? I mean, this start to be looking very similar to tribes. And I'm really reasoning on it, right? I'm trying to understand what I want, because I don't know exactly yet what I want, right? And how I want to design it, right? But for sure, I don't want to have the NPC just spawning on the map randomly, right? So that is not something that I like. We may have it in certain areas, but I don't think we should have it. I don't think we should have it everywhere, right? So now the question is the outer layer actually connected, you know, to the different NPC, so that they know where they live, right? So this is their space, right? This is their home at the end. Is it the way we want to do it, or not? Because then I will have what I want to do. I would like to associate, you know, to the I think that the best would be the problem. The problem is also a bit of the land, right? Because okay, in the arena, like if you make the example of the arena, right? The arena is already a problem because there is no space for a real lair, right? Unless we put like a cage, like a fake tunnel with a cage, right? So what if we have what if we have so for example the gladiators, right? The gladiators I think is a good example. So where are these gladiators coming from, right? Where are these gladiators? So at the moment they are not coming from anywhere, right? They just spawn, and I think it looks so bad. It looks so bad, so bad, so bad, right? They just spawn in. While what I would like to do, I would like to have an arena entrance, but maybe there is the outer layer, right? There is this part, which in this case probably will not be destroyable, right? Because if you don't have enough space, yeah, exactly. So like in the arena, I think we can have two situations. We can have the situation where you have an outer layer and the situation where you don't have an outer layer. I think we have to consider that. In certain cases you will have the NPC directly connected to the inner layer, right? Which is the primary spawner, right? Is the brain of this group, right? Right? Yeah, I think we need to have these two. I think we need to have these two possibilities. I think we need to have these two possibilities where because you know. Oh my god. Yeah, exactly. So so wouldn't be better, you know, wouldn't be better if here, you know, we had a tunnel, right? We had something that at least looks like they are coming out of somewhere, right? Instead of just popping up out of nowhere, which is the thing that they really don't like, right? So if we create if we create an entrance, right? A kind of an entrance somewhere that it can be blocked, right, to players, so players cannot really go through, right? So that this is an area that basically does not exist, right? It may have you know, vertical bars, you know, stopping it so that you cannot go through, basically, right? I don't know how to do this in a good way, but anyway, we will do it in a bad way. It's the same. So this is kind of locked, but at least, right? At least you see you see the gladiators, right, coming out of that and then walking into the arena, right? And what is the difference? The difference is that if we do it this way, we can decide the spawn rate in a better way, right? So like this is like a tunnel, right? Like a machine producing monsters, right? And we can decide if they come out with you know, one every minute, one every second, two every, you know, so it's something like that. Now the way they work at the moment is that, like the way this guy works at the moment is that if he's killed, right, if he's killed, he will respawn after a certain amount of time, right? Now, instead of respawning after a certain amount of time, what I would like to have, I think I still want him to have a location, right? I think I still want this guy to have a location on the map, but I want him to walk out of the door. I want him to walk out of the inner layer or the outer layer, right? And the point would be that in theory they could also re-enter, right? They can come and go. So let's say that this layer, right, may have at the moment, you know, 50 members, right? No, 50 is too much. Let's say it may have 5 members, right? It may have 5 members. So the layer knows that there are 5 of these guys. And maybe not all of them are out, right? Maybe there is only 3 of them out, but there are 2 more inside the layer, right? They can come out if there is trouble, for example, or if there is whatever command, right? So it is a bit what I'm thinking, right? I'm thinking to have a source for the monsters. I want to have a source, right? I don't want the monster to just spawn randomly on the map like that. Now the question is, can the monster go back to the lair? And if they do, so for example, can a wounded monster go back to the lair and save himself, right? I would say it would be nice. I mean, it's a bit frustrating maybe when you're killing a monster that he just runs away and flees, but the fact that he flees inside and you cannot kill it in time could be also fun, right? Could also be a bit of a game mechanic. So this is what we have to design, guys. So if you have any ideas on how to do it or how it could be done, I mean logically, not in a real engine. I mean, forget Unreal Engine. It's just a game design discussion, right? Game mechanic, game design discussion. Now, it doesn't work very well for gladiators, right? But it may work better for other monsters, right? So if we have, oh, by the way, I have to change this ALS. I will do it one day. So let's say that yeah, so there is a better example, right? There is a better example. So for example, here you have these monsters, right? They are just standing there like stupid monkeys, right? But for example, these bees, right? could have a layer, could have a primary layer, right? They may be undestructible, this is what I'm saying. So, and then they create other layers. So let's say that they have let's say that they have a layer, right? Whatever it looks, I don't know at the moment, but let's say that it looks like this, right? And I think I cannot do it in Paint, really, unfortunately. So obviously I will need a 3D models, right? I will need 3D models for this. What happens if I put a furniture at the entrance? Well, if you want to block the entrance, no, I think that will not be allowed. So you would not be allowed to actually block the entrance. Or whatever you put in front of the entrance will be destroyed. Maybe you can. It's just that it will take time to destroy. It will take time for the monster to destroy the item. Yeah, that's actually possible, I guess. I mean, it's not very easy to implement because we have to separate the. I mean, we have to think about it a bit, but yeah, I think it may be a way, right? It may be a way to. So let's say that my layer or whatever it is, right, is something like this, right? That is my layer, right? And this layer is hanging on this wall, right? And he has small holes, right? He has small holes from which the monsters come out, right? For example, right? In this case, I mean, in the case of this monster, which is actually a flying monster, right? So this one is there. And now the question is this one the indestructible? Is this one the inner layer, or is this one the outer layer already, right? Because this one could actually be the inner layer that you cannot ever destroy, right? It can be this thing, it can be just a crack in the wall, right? It could be a crack in the wall that you cannot really destroy, right, in any possible way. So it can be a crack in the wall, right? And this crack in the wall will stay there no matter what, right? And you cannot go inside, right? It's impossible for you to go inside the crack, and monsters are coming out of this, right? So yeah. So this could be the inner layer, like the non-destructible one. The non-destructible. They can be this thing, they can be this thing. Now, maybe they create, you know, after coming out of the inner layer, they build an outer layer, right? So I think it works kind of well for these guys, right? Because we can say, oh, you know what? Now they built something new, maybe smaller, right? Maybe it's not the same size or whatever, right? But maybe they can build another one of those, right? Here, right? Maybe smaller, right? Maybe smaller, right? But let's say that if this one is giving maybe a birth rate, you know, of, I don't know, 10 guys. So this one can hold 10 creatures, let's say, right? Maybe this one can hold only, I don't know, only 4 creatures, right? And this one, the big one, cannot be destroyed, but the small one can be destroyed, right? And now you see it. Now you see it in a confined space, right? But you have to think about it in a very large space, right? So you have to think about it outside, right? Really outside. Really outside, right? So in the open, really in the open. So maybe the inner layer, right, it is never destroyed, right, is down there, right, very far away. And then they start to build other layers around the map, right, that they use to spawn more monsters. Now, for gladiators, obviously it doesn't work, right? And before you forgot to look at the marketplace, we can look at the marketplace. What's new on the marketplace, huh? Let's see. What's new? Cave ruins. Well, let's first add everything and then we will check, okay? First we get it. Are you getting this thing every month, Hula? You should. Maybe in the future you will become an Unreal developer. You never know, right? Checkout is not working. GG. The checkout from here, I think it never worked, by the way. So let me do it again here. I think from the browser it works, from the... Now they're already in my card, but can I check? Yeah, you see, from the browser it works. So we have the cave ruins. Oh, wow. That's not bad. I mean, depends how it's made, right? Depends if it's one block or is made of different blocks, but this could be interesting. I mean, we may... I mean, if it's modular enough, we could create a dungeon out of it, right? But... we may use the web. The web could be nice. Another chest. Wow, there are a lot of pictures. Lot of pictures. What is this thing? There is no rope. So how do you I mean, you rotate and it does what? Nothing? There should be a hole, right, for the rope, I guess. Yeah, it's all pieces like that. I don't know. I mean, maybe, but this fantasy character, they look nice, but stand alone. But then when you put them in your game, they are completely different style, and so basically useless, right? So I don't know. Maybe we can reuse just this piece. This piece is not bad. The skull, right? The skull with the horns, I think is not bad. This one we can take it. I don't know what creature is it, but also this one maybe. But these characters we cannot really... We cannot really use. Nah, these are kind of useless, unfortunately. It's okay if you want to build just a prototype. Oh wow, what is this? Temples of Cambodia? Cambodia? Wow. Very nice. It's all destroyed though. I will need it non-destroyed. It's all destroyed. Wow. There is a mega scan, I guess. It is a super high quality mega scans, but I don't know. Probably not, but there may be something. Oh, then we have some particle effects. This may be nice, maybe for some monsters. Like if you think that it is the mouth, right? This is the mouth of a monster, and there is something coming out of his mouth, like a flame. I think they may be pretty cool, actually. This one we should remember. Maybe we can use it because I guess they are tweakable, right? So that we may use them as a breath weapon. The good thing that no more barrels. Well, these ones are kind of barrels. More barrels. Okay, and this one, I guess we cannot use any of it. Okay, anyway, fine. So yeah, so the point would be, right? I mean, every creature, I think, may have a kind of a different layer, right? That I think that's one of the problems, right? That if you really want to do it properly, I think that each creature needs to have a slightly different needs to have a slightly different layer, right? I wanted to do the inside, but I think it's not gonna work. But anyway, yeah. But anyway, you get the idea, right? You get the idea. Yeah, so yeah, I'm trying to understand if this is what I need, right? If this is what I want, if this is what I need. Hello, Fanner, welcome. My favorite tree, yeah, I'm always on top of the tree. I also like to jump between one tree and the other. And I like to keep my food on top of the trees, you know? So we have to design for everything. So this will be the inner. This will be the inner layer, and this will be the outer layer, right? This is what I was saying in this schema, right? So that the inner layer may not be destroyable, maybe, right? And is basically the original spawn for a certain region of those creatures, right? And it's something that you cannot really destroy. And from that point, and it should be visible in theory, but and from that point, it can also be invisible. It can also be invisible, right? The inner layer, I think it can be invisible. And then from that point, the creatures may create one or more, right? It can be one or more outer layers, right? Where they spawn from. And I think they should really spawn from there, right? They should really walk out. That's my idea, right? They should really walk out of the layer. Or just appear in front. I mean it's fine. They can appear they can appear in front, you know, and then they can just walk. And then they can just walk to the area, whatever area, right? Whatever area they have assigned. But I think that then they should be able to go back. They should be able to go back to the layer. And so, for example, we could have a daily cycle or a night cycle. So we can have, you know, night creatures and day creatures, right? Like we kind of have already, because now, I mean, some creatures are sleeping. Like if I go in game and I search for some creatures during the day, maybe they are actually sleeping, right? Depending on the creature. I don't know. I think we defined some creatures are sleeping, others not. But they could basically, so imagine that here, right, there is a big crack. There is a big crack in the wall, right? A big crack in the wall, and this is where these guys are coming from, right? Which may be a cavern, which may be whatever, right? And so they will not just be standing here, right? So they will be entering and exiting from their cave. Maybe they will patrol a bit this area, but they may go back, right? They may go back home. Maybe if they hear noise, they can come out, right? I think it's really different from creature to creature, right? Because certain intelligent creatures may really have houses, right? So, which is a bit what we were doing with the goblins at the end, right?
You will be assimilated. Resistance is futile.
Exactly. So, like these guys, right? Don't come out of a. They don't come out of a wall, right? But they build houses, right? This campfire is flying and I cannot move it. Okay, GG. What do you mean the better is the enemy of the good, Hula? I would like to improve the way these guys look in terms of their daily life. In theory, if every monster is a tribe, right? We could kind of already do it. Because we have the ability to right? Because like this guys, you see this guy is sleeping at the moment, right? This guy is sleeping. But there is no primary layer, right? So these guys do not have a primary layer. These are like the outer layers that they built. So they built these houses, which is nice. And at the moment they are sleeping. But in this case, there is no primary layer. Right? And so what could be their primary layer? I think the only way it is a crack in a wall, right? Could you re-ask the question? I was referring to your phrase where you said, I think the better is the enemy of the good. I see what you mean, but I see what you want to do, but what? Create a mother gobble. Well, in reality, they already are like this, right? They are already reproducing. Now, we didn't do the female-male thingy, but they are already reproducing. So they can increase their number, right? Based on... You know, but their inner so in this case, for example, in case of the gobbles, right, I think I have no other way than saying, it is a cave, right? It must be a cave. There's no other possibility, right? So it must be something like this, right? It must be a cave that actually you cannot enter for whatever reason. But it's a kind of a tunnel. And they come out of that tunnel, right? Now, the fact that you cannot enter is very annoying, I know. But I don't have a better way, right? I don't have a better way than... I don't have a better way. Because in theory, if they can enter, you can enter, right? But I don't have a better way to... I don't have a way to fix that problem, right? So how can I fix that problem? I don't know. How can I fix the problem of a layer that is actually not, right? That they can enter, you cannot enter. Right? So what I'm... Fuck this. Right? So imagine there is something there, right? Which is a cave, right? And in the thingy, and whatever. I mean, it's not very nice, but it's better than nothing. And right, so that can be the inner cave, right? The inner layer. So something that you cannot remove. But for example, people play for years the game in what is today, not should the layer give more? Example, you can find a better app for the game, like more carrots, a cave where you can enter, no good. More carrots, more carrots. It's easy to say, but what are the carrots then? Tell me. What are the carrots, Hula? What are the carrots? It's not looking bad. It's nearly real now. Because otherwise, where are these creatures coming from, right? That bothers me. That really bothers me. It really bothers me where these creatures are coming from. It really bothers me. Really bothers me. For example, in Ariel you can fly. Perhaps a special quest to open you for a place you can go without flying one time can be fun. Yeah. Can be fun, yeah. You mean having like a fly spell or a fly item? But here we are thinking to a system that is going to impact a lot of things, right? It's going to impact a lot of things. I'm thinking if I mean, I think the concept is correct, right? The concept is correct, but the applicability, it really depends on the creature. Just one fly for a special room on the top of a mountain from the Grunty Priest, for example. So you mean just a new area, right? New area that is reachable only by flying. Well, the best one is in Amnedair. Amnedair is divided in two parts. So the lower city and the upper city. The upper city is the old one, and actually is on top of a stalactite, right? So it would be nice to reach it with fly. It would be nice to reach it with a spell or with some, well, or just by flying with a pterosaur, right? You can fly with a pterosaur. Because, I mean, this is connected to the other concept, right, that I was thinking some time ago. Which was not the multi-dungeon, because the multi-dungeon actually we did it. Which was connected to the dailies, right? Right? So it's connected to this picture. It's connected to this picture, right? Because what we were saying, oh, if we could have, right, a way to decide the spawn rate, right, of the monsters based on the geographical location, so the amount of territory that they actually control, right, then we could right, then we could actually make something where the players have to interact to rebalance, right? So we said, oh, they can build a village next to a fishing spot. They can build a village next to a resource spot, next to a mine, next to a food gathering place, right? And so basically this concept, right, is connected to this, right? Because they have to start from somewhere, and then they have to expand from that place into the world, right? This is what I would like them to do, and it can all be predetermined. I mean, like fake randomized, right? In the sense that I can already have spots in the world that are dedicated to their expansion, right? Which are around mines or around resources. And I don't know if I want like the player not to be able to mine unless these guys are actually vanquished or not. But I want to create that dynamic. You remember the dynamic that we were saying of the... Yeah, this one. You remember this one? So this one, right, with the monsters pushing on one side and the players pushing on the other side, is connected somehow to this, right? Because I need a starting location, and I needed then them to actually expand, right? And I need them to then expand, right, in different places of the world. Understand? Now, I think one problem we have is that at the moment our control on the tribe is not very good, right? Our control on the tribe is not very good, and also the ability for the tribe to actually exactly do what I want is not very good, unfortunately. I think we added a debug tribe or no? I don't remember how we were debugging the tribe. Yeah, debug tribe. Debug tribe target. In debug level. Debug tribe target 10. But then I can see it only on the server. GG. Yeah, that's not the best, really. That's not the best. That's not the best. So the debug is telling us what? The debug is telling us this. It's telling us this. Tribe number 3. These are their assets. So the small gobble hut, right? So they have three small huts, one normal hut, another 3 small huts, no, these are open assets. These are open assets, and these are constructed assets. So actually they have only 3 huts and 3 open spots. Then they have 2 campfires. They know that they have 2 campfires. They have another small hut, a medium hut, another small, another medium. There is no list of current resources, huh? Strange. We don't have a list of their resources. We don't have a list of their resources here. Why? I think it depends on the level of I think it depends on the level of verbosity. Resources. Was probably just before that and I missed it. Yeah, because the server is very spammy and unfortunately. Freaking lava that is always stuck. There is one monster that is always stuck. Which is this guy. Yeah. This area is always going below ground. I don't know why, but it happens all the time. Okay, now it's fine. This guy doesn't have the right coordinates, unfortunately. Anyway. I don't know why there are I'm looking at the server. There are a bunch of NPC that are just falling down continuously. I don't get why. I mean, I fixed their position so many times, but it's still not working. Well, this location is definitely wrong. 100% wrong, so okay. Well, so yeah, that one is definitely wrong. So we will go with, yeah, so this one we have to change actually. Because the vertical location is completely wrong for this guy. 101.77. 101.77. I think actually this one are still is still like leftovers of the migration. Yeah, that's definitely a wrong number. 6,500. Let's say. There it is. So now is in the right spot. Then he has another problem. Then he has a problem of coordinates, because I think that here he's trying to move potentially to a place that is impossible. But let me see. Why? I don't know why I cannot move. I don't know if he cannot move because he's actually stuck, or because in this area there are no there are no waypoint, because he has a waypoint just below him, right? Maybe this waypoint is just too low. That is probably the problem. That he's trying to move to this waypoint, but this waypoint is inside the ground, and so he cannot use it, pretty much, right? So this waypoint actually should be probably here. I don't know if there is another waypoint. Yeah, there is another waypoint inside the ground. You see, all these waypoints are broken, unfortunately. So we need to so this WP1567 is definitely wrong. How was the syntax? The syntax was pat move or pat update, pat move WP pat move WP and then 1576, and he will move it to me, right? So now if I reload the pad, yep, now it's correct. Now I don't know if it's too high. That may be a bit too high, unfortunately. Yeah, that seems to be better. And then we have this one, which is also completely broken because it's inside a wall, and it will never be able to, you know, we'll never be able to reach it. It is 1568, so I think we can put it probably here. Okay. So now with this path reloaded, do you think it will move or no? It seems there is another path below this though, or no? No, is the line. I think the connection is between this and this one should be kind of fine. I mean, it's not great, but it should be kind of fine. But still this guy cannot move. This guy cannot move. I don't understand why. Let me check if we have ah, fuck, I don't have pads with this. Let me reload with another client. First teacher not to stay on the fire. Yeah. Well, we could have a collision on that so that they don't touch it. Yeah, we could have. Ah, fuck, it logged me out anyway. It logged me out anyway. What was it? 100, 177? Yeah. So let me see if this area actually has a proper I need to equip my familiar. Oh my god. No. Where is my familiar ring? I see. Okay, fantastic. Yeah, he can move, right? So if he can move, it means that we have... if this little guy can move, it means that the navigation paths are here, right? So I don't understand why he's saying that he cannot move, right? So that's very strange. Now that let me just reload him completely. I think he's probably trying to go somewhere else and... Let me try to understand what this guy is doing. Move failed. Active position, blah blah blah. Target position, blah blah blah. Why? Target position 6,684. It seems that his current position is completely off. You see that he has a current position which is actually below ground. I will just let him fall down. He has the same active position. Why? It seems that we cannot recover from that, which is bad. But anyway, when the server restarts, I think it will be fine. But at the moment, in his brain, he still has the previous location. And he cannot reset his current position. Which is very weird though. Also because move failed, right? Move failed is at 650 in the range, while move, right, is at 600. So I mean locate point, right? Locate point is at 600. It seems to be anyway the I think the problem is that it's keeping the previous as the written locate point, but in reality it's not locate point. I think it's locate, yeah, is locate operation, and then inside locate operation you have locate point as a sub. Locate OP point, yeah, it's actually here. I think the problem is actually here because he's trying to use the old location for the NPC. Let me try to put the debug on this guy and see. Debug NPC target 15. I think 15 is enough. He will already spam quite a bit, I think. It's not spamming anything. Okay. I can try 20. Why? He stopped complaining though. He actually stopped complaining. Oops. He stopped complaining. Why stop complaining? I think he finally reset, because now locate point is at 600 and the fail to move is not there anymore. So I think he actually fixed itself after some time. I don't know exactly how that happened, but it happened. It's my... There is another one. There is another one that is the same problem. But this one, but this, I mean, in this case, the location is correct. I mean, the other one had a wrong location, but in this case, the location is correct. This, I think I will have to debug on my machine in case, unfortunately. I cannot really fix it here easily. But anyway, going back to what we were doing. Going back to what we were doing, right? Do this, do that. Why me? He cannot teleport. I think it's because he's he's calculating wrongly the location where he has to go. I think that's the problem. Not completely sure, right? But I'm not completely sure, but I think it's because he's trying to teleport and then he's trying to move. I mean, he's failing to move, he's not failing to teleport, right? So he's teleporting to the home location, then he's trying to move, and he cannot find a proper way, right? It is pretty much. You see that this time it doesn't have the has on the fire completely. think he learned a bit. I mean, he's slightly better than before. Hello, Army Strong. Hey, thank you for the follow and welcome. Hey, hey. It's not easy to do the next step, right? Because the next step, it is actually fairly complex. The next step is actually fairly complex. I think it would be nice to I think I need a simpler way to debug the tribes, guys. I need a simpler way. At the moment, debugging the tribes is a mess. It's too complex, right? It's really too complex. I mean, we have this printout, okay, but and we have the other printout, which is the debug tribe, right? But it's not enough. 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 Yeah, with 20 we get a lot of information. Wait, with 20 I got all of this, right? If I could just remove this first part, it would be so nice, so it is not so annoying to read. Yeah, like that. Okay, with 20, with debug 20 we got this. We got the I mean, it's not very indented, unfortunately, but this is how it should have been, right? Pretty much. Why is not working anymore now? Why the tab is not tabbing? I don't know. Anyway, you can see it pretty much like this, right? So these are all the assets that they already built. And it's interesting that they actually built 2 campfires. I don't know exactly why they built 2 campfires, but anyway, they did. And oh my god, another one. Sorry, I just need to ban this viewer thingy. Is there a way to ban it automatically? You said there is a bot that is doing that for me. So annoying. Pairs priority wait step. Warrior patrol on 1110. These are all the recipe in the tribe mind, right? In the tribe mind. So it's basically what the tribe is thinking. Not a single creature, but the whole tribe, right? Yeah, and there are some long waiting times, right? Which is done by purpose. Otherwise, the tribe will just immediately go wide spot. No, sorry, report, but it just block. Okay, maybe I will look into that. Why we don't see the overall resources, right? I wanted to see the overall resources, but I don't see them. Ah, because it's before. It was before that. Was it? No. Log NPC AI. Ah, it's very verbose. Because it's a different log. Shit. It's not log tribe, is log NPC AI. I don't know why. I think it's I think this is wrong, right? This should be log tribe. This should be log tribe, guys. I don't think this should be NPC AI. I don't understand why we have this separate. Because all the other functions inside are using log tribe. So we have log NPC AI probably that is set to error and not set to... We can change it in theory from here. We had a set server log, right? And we can use the log NPC AI and we can set it to log. And we can see if now... Holy shit. Yeah, now we are spamming like a boss because our guy now is yep. Debug NPC PID 100.177.0. Okay, that helped. That definitely helped. Debug tribe target 20. Okay, now we got, now we got more stuff. 3 members. Yeah, now we got... Now we got the part that we were missing, okay. I think that one way to obtain what I want to do is to improve the tribes. This is what I'm thinking at the moment, right? So to improve the tribes so that they can actually have this inner layer and outer layer. and giving them the ability to actually move there. But I think we need to improve our tribes, because our tribes at the moment are not really fully functional. I mean, they are kind of functional, but not really to the point where we are doing what we want. And also, I think we struggle to understand what they are doing, right? So I think I would like to have a way to ask this guy, right, what he's doing. What the tribe told him to do, right? Because at the moment I can debug him and I can say, tell me what you think, right? But at the moment, for example, he's in do nothing, right? He's in do nothing. So he's not doing anything because the tribe didn't tell him to do anything. Now he told him to have a wait. Like, this guy kind of moved somewhere. I don't know where he's going. This guy, for example, now is going to work, but go to work 25, 20, yeah. No, it seems that I mean, the tribe is telling them what to do, somehow, right? But I don't have an easy way to understand what the tribe is doing now, right? Like, the debug that I have is this one. So I know that, the tribe ID, I know the main location, I know what is their main resource, which at the moment is this fish, the type of fish. Can grow, yes. Should grow, yes. He has 3 members at the moment, which are these 3 members. Right? Okay, here we have it. So one is go to work, one is do nothing, and one is guard patrol. Okay. So this is the current output. Is this output given to me at which level of debug? It's given to me anyway. Okay, it's given to me anyway. So there is no specific. So the additional debug level, which is like the memories, is triggered only on a very verbose. Okay, I see. Only on a very verbose. And this one is what? This one is log. So if I have everything at log, I get that. So, for example, let's try to understand what it's doing now, right? So there is one go to work, one do nothing, one guard patrol, but there is no reproduction going on, right? So yeah, they are patrol, but for example, this patrol warrior, right? So the third guy, where the hell is the third guy? We see 2 guys. The other guy, is he patrolling around or not? Is he patrolling around for real, or? Well, there is one guy here. Maybe he is. Do I know what is his role in the tribe or not? Yeah, I know, because he's the warrior. Yeah, this guy is the warrior type. Okay, yeah, I can see who is who, right? So this guy is the warrior guy, but at the moment he's chilling and not doing much. He's doing guard patrol, which probably includes also a lot of waiting, right? So he's just waiting and moving sometimes, and it's pretty much what he's doing, right? Now, I think also because at the moment we are at night, and I think that these guys are probably more active during the day. I mean, there is a nocturnal, diurnal kind of reasoning here, but I mean, in theory, they have enough resources. I think I see a problem. I think I see a problem. I think that when the server restarts, if they already have resources available, if they already have buildings constructed, right? They don't build them again and they don't reproduce again. I think this could be a problem actually. Well, someone can destroy their buildings, that's for sure. That would be, but even if I destroy the buildings, I mean, we can try. Am I doing any damage? Yeah, I'm doing some damage. Oh wow, I have a trail for the weapon. What do you mean fail to do any damage? Why I'm doing so little damage? Well, I'm not, I mean, it's a building, so, but... Daggers. What is my dagger? Only 50? Okay, now it's 200. Maybe I do more damage now. Yeah, do more damage. For sure. I mean, not a ton, but it's a bit easier. He's remaking it. He's remaking the... Yep, he did it. He rebuilt the hut. So I think at the moment they are in a build mode, but they are not anymore in a reproduction mode or in a resource gathering mode, right? But they can rebuild, which is kind of nice. They can rebuild. I don't know if they rebuild everything or what, but... it looks a bit weird because at the moment I'm flying, right? Yeah. I don't understand exactly how can I miss, right? But it looks like I can miss. So as long as they have enough resources to actually build, they will rebuild. But I think that they are not reproducing at the moment. So in fact there are only 3 guys. Luckily they tell you what they do, so at least for now. They maybe in the future we will remove it, but... I'm not doing a lot of damage. I think that the hut still has a defensive value or whatever, so I don't know exactly why we are not getting... Wow, the campfire is one hit. This campfire cannot be destroyed. So the campfire is the core of the tribe home, right? So the campfire is basically where everything starts. So I think that the first thing that they will build is actually the campfire. The problem is that the timing, right, is I mean they are building, but they are building slowly, right? So I think if we wait, I mean it may take like 10 minutes or 1 hour, right? So because it is designed, you know, for them to actually take time to do stuff. They don't do it immediately, right? Otherwise they will just build a whole city in 2 seconds. Yeah, but he is doing it anyway. So one guy, so I think they are finishing their resources because this guy actually went to fish, and this guy is building the campfire. Okay, so that guy rebuilt the campfire, and now he's rebuilding another gobble hut. Okay, so it seems to be kind of working. Now they don't reproduce anymore. I don't know why, and this guy seems to be completely stuck. Our warrior is not doing much. I don't know why. In theory he's on patrol, but he should be moving around. I mean, this thing is non-collision, so it doesn't, you know, change. He should be moving around. I don't know if the path maybe that we have here are not correct. Well, it's out of, yeah, it's kind of far away from a path, and there is this hole. So this path is actually a bit too high, if you ask me. So, but because in theory the path should be all on the ground or close to the ground. But it seems that this guy can use it. You see that he is walking on the invisible line. He's walking on the invisible line, right? So we don't see it, but in game usually we don't see it. Oh, I think they reproduce though, because now it's 4 of them. Yeah, you see, now they are fishing. Now they go to the river, right, to fish. They go to the river to fish. And then they bring the fish home, and with that resource then they are able to build. Probably at the moment they are a bit low on resources because they had to rebuild all those houses. Right? Ouch. Server crashed. GG. Yup, the server crashed. The server crashed. Okay, let's check why. The server crashed. The server crashed. Fuck, it crashed in dump asset actually. Really? Wow. I crashed it. The debug printout crashed it. That was unfortunate. That was unfortunate, really. That is the error. So while he was dumping the assets, $1,899. While he was dumping the assets, is the one that I destroyed, for sure. For sure is the one that I destroyed. Yup. For sure is the one that I destroyed. No, this needs to change. Because if we can destroy the... well, in theory, when I destroy it, I should remove it from the tribe assets, right? But I think I do. But at the same time, it seems that something remained in memory here. What was the printout when I actually destroyed the building? Because we can find it easy that way. I think it's not on this log though. It's on the... No, it's not on this log. Is here. Is here somewhere. With your final blow, you destroy, right? With the final blow, you destroy. So that's the one that we need to find. Yeah, exactly. So with the final blow, you destroy. We don't update the tribe. Yes. We update the tribe. We update the tribe. So call the tribe object, notify of the building destroyed. Owning tribe, item data, get tribe. If owning tribe, building destroyed, right? Delete the item from the database. PS item, get item data, item destroy. So here we are still inside the PS item actor. Right? And then here we are removing the actor, meaning that we are destroying the actor. Yeah, exactly. So this will not exist anymore. But it seems that when we do this, we are not removing it properly. Let me see. Remove from assets. Change the asset. Get asset item. Destroy building. I see. So we only, we only flag it as not used. But we don't flag, but we don't, yeah, but we don't really clean it. I think that this must be a weak pointer. But, you know, another fix for sure is that since the building is destroyed, right, the pointer to right, so this should go to null, otherwise it will remain. But I would tell you something more. I mean, this thing definitely needs to be a t-weak object pointer, right? Definitely, because otherwise is a mess. This one must be because the players will destroy it. Now we're setting it to null, which is okay, but I would say we should never assume that this actually exists, right? So I think this is anyway a good change. Right, I think that is anyway a good change because the tribe object exists. So this struct asset, right, it resides inside the tribe object, and the tribe object exists by itself separately from the items that are in the world, right? So it definitely needs to be a smart pointer. I don't know why I didn't do it. Probably because, I don't know, probably because this was just a porting 1-to-1 from the old. Yeah. Is it recompiling? It will give few errors because then we have to ensure that the item is valid before using it, right? And it will actually give the error in the exact function that crashed. Crash was me testing tribes. Just a second. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, it will complain now in few places because we are using the item directly. Right. But now that is safer, right? That is way safer. What happened here? What is this F? Huh? Wait. Maybe I was typing something and Okay, let's start to recompile like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Yeah, I think we have them all. Yeah, that is anyway a good change. I mean, it's making it more solid, so it's anyway a good idea. Here we have something else that is similar, so we are using a located target. Okay. But anyway, I would say that they kind of operate, right? The tribe to me seems that is operating fine. I think it's kind of operating fine. At least in the construction of the buildings. But obviously it does not have any concept yet of what we said here, right? So the ability to actually block resources or use the resources or do things like that, right? So it's not capable of doing that. Now, one of the problems is that not all the tribes will be next to mining spots, right? And that is a problem, right? I think this guy is actually exploring now. So this guy is in exploration mode, which I think is different than because he didn't say that he wanted to go to fish, right? He just said that he wanted to search for shiny things. So now he may still use the same waypoints, but I think this guy may go farther away, right? Than the other guy. Yeah, you see, he's going farther away. Now he has no interaction with the other races, so like this is another tribe, I guess, or they are random monsters, so there is no real interaction between them, but it would be nice if there could be. So what he's doing is basically walking the world and searching for new mining spots, right? Searching for new places where they can gather resources. And now it's going below here. Here seems to be another issue, probably with the, yeah, this waypoint is really too high, right? Really too high, and so he cannot reach it. If I slide him up, he will reach it, but if not, he will just teleport and restart, which is a pity though. So if we can move this waypoint a bit lower, I think we are potentially fixing this problem, right? Is this like a endpoint? It looks like it's an endpoint. It looks like there is no other. Strange. Okay. But we can move it because it's really high. Okay. I don't know if they can use it immediately, but I think yes. Also, all these ones are a bit high, but I think are still at the reasonable level, and so they can use them, right? They can use the pad properly. Not the moment our guy is there, you see? He restarted from another waypoint. So if we do /info on this guy, which is probably exploring, let me see. Global move, explore, yeah, explore 26, yeah. So he's actually searching for new locations. Uh-oh, here we are going through a... What is this thing? Is this thing normal or not? I think this thing is a misclick on the landscape. I think we didn't want to have this. But anyway. Yeah, you see that it's just... And now we will probably go that way. And it is where it's getting lost, I guess. It happened already. But yeah, it's just exploring the world, right? This guy is just going around exploring the world. So we'll go this way. It will take him probably days to go, right? Well, days in game time. So like probably... I don't know, half an hour or so. But yeah, I think it will come here and just go and explore. Now, unfortunately, none of these areas really have any mining spots, so you will not find other mines or other good stuff, right? I don't know if I speak with him, if he's gonna stop. No, it's not gonna stop. Doesn't care at all about me. I think his brain is not rigged to stop when spoken to. Yeah, he decided to go back. I think it would be nice to have a search animation so that it shows that he's actually searching for something. I think it would also be nice to be able to speak with him and ask him what he's thinking. What happens if he finds a new resource? So if he finds a new resource, he will put it into the tribe's memories, right? Which is a table that I didn't debug too much, but he will basically store the memory in the tribe. So basically he's going back, right? He's going back to the tribe home and he's telling the tribe what he found, right? What he found. So now he's going all the way back because there is no connection from here to there, right? So he has to go, yeah, he has to go all the way around, right? There is no path from here to there. So he will go all the way around, right? And then he will come back home here. And when he comes back, he tells the tribe object, let's say the tribe knowledge, what he found, right? And that goes into tribe's memory, which is something that I didn't debug too much. So I cannot really tell you if it works well or not, right? There is this table, tribe's memories. And you see that they store, oh, I found... So for example, in the tribe memory, they have the home, right? They know that they have a home, for example, right? Now the tribe memory, I didn't dump it, but... And I don't want to dump it because I don't want to crash the server again. But you see the guy is just going all the way back. And when he comes back, he would say, oh, in this location I found something, or in this location I found nothing, right? And So in theory, I mean, the problem is that we never developed this properly, right? So because in theory we should have, right? We should have. So imagine this, right? Imagine. That's the problem. That we never did it properly, right? We never did it properly. That's the problem. So imagine that it is the world, right? And we have the tribe home here, right? Here is the home, right? So we should place, and for example, here there are fishes, right? And fishes they find, right? Fishes are here, and they find the fishes. So they find the fishes, they use the fishes, they eat the fishes, right? But there are no other resources. While I should have, right? I should have. So the question is, should I put the, so for example, maybe here I can put some iron, right? And here I can put some, I don't know, wood. And here I can put, right? So that actually he discovered it and he actually uses it to build the stuff. At the moment it's very simple. Is based on one resource only, which is fishes. But in theory, we have this capability, right? It's just that we never developed the scripts properly, and also we never placed the mines, you know, in the right places. Because yeah, there are mines, but I don't know I don't know where is the next mine. Maybe the next mine is 3 kilometers away, right? I have no idea. I will have to search it, but right. So if I go up, I don't know. Maybe there is a mine. Yeah, maybe if you continue this way, maybe there is a mine, but it's maybe 5 kilometers away, right? So this means that they will never use it. They will never use it. But it is, if you see it from top, right? You see where they have the village, and you see that there is the lake and all of that. And I would like them to. So I think what I would like them to do. I would like them to create this extended locations, but I don't know exactly how to do it, because the tribe in theory could be in any place. Not in a predefined scenario, right? The tribe can be placed anywhere in the world, and they just explore around them and they find stuff, right? And this is how it works already, but if I do it this way, it happens like it happens now, that they have nothing, there is nothing around them apart from some fishes, right? There is nothing around them, so they are basically stuck in terms of evolution. I have to think about this, but if you want to reach the next level of this game, I think I need this. I need the tribes to actually be more intelligent, right? I understand what you're saying, Hula. You're saying, oh, just give some carrots, you know, just build this or that. Yeah, I know, but... And I did it already for a lot of things, right? We added a lot of new stuff, right? Like the new dungeons and like now we have the multi-dungeon. But actually, I would like them to build a dungeon, right? I would like this tribe to build a dungeon. Maybe that's the inner layer. Maybe that's the inner layer, but... Like if we have like if we generate a dungeon. Bah, I don't know. It's a nice idea, but I think is complex because I mean it's not impossible, but the problem is the entrance. But again, the entrance can be a magical entrance, or it can be just a proximity trigger with a stone, right? So it can be like this stone. You go next to it, it looks like a cave, and then you enter. They rebuilt the 2 campfires, by the way. They rebuilt the 2 campfires. They were deleted, right? They were destroyed. And they rebuilt the other houses. Not all of them yet, but they rebuilt quite a bit. Yeah. Guys, I don't know. I think we need to decide what to do next. I mean, I can fix bugs, I can improve small things here and there, but I'm thinking that I need a new big thing, right? A new big thing, and the new big thing could be related to tribes. I need to think about it. Okay. I think I'm gonna go. So thank you for watching. If you want to click on follow on Twitch and subscribe on YouTube, that's always a good thing to do. And also remember that you can play the game because our game is actually released. So you can go, I mean, this is the production server. So you can actually go here and check what these guys are doing if you want to do it. Because this is the live server. And yup, so tomorrow, there is the possibility that I'm not here. I don't know yet, but I will tell you on Discord. So connect to Discord if you want to know. Let me read my messages. Yeah, most likely tomorrow I'm not available. Yes. Tomorrow I'm not available, so I will see you Wednesday, so in 2 days from now, evening around 9:30 p.m. European time. And yep, I will say bye-bye while flying, which is the same. I will say bye-bye to you, and you. See you. See you, Fandar. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye. Bye bye. Have a good night.